Hello, my beautiful earth angels. Yes, you. You did not find this by accident, it found you. I was called to bring this message through somebody who needed it today, who needed to hear. As we're going through daily life and things come up in our mind and all that, we have to remind ourselves that we do have the power or to not think about the past. We do have the choice, we have the free will, but the other main important thing to remember is that the past does not control your future. Whatever happened has happened. Nobody's ever been able to go back and change it. The key that like most psychologists and all that won't tell you is that you have to accept the things that happened to you in the past, and then basically on the spiritual side is we let them go. We lean back, feel the energy for what it is, trying to let us feel it, and let it pass through, let it come on back. Like in psychology, they might call it closure, where you just come to realization that whatever happened has happened and we can't go back and change it. All we can do is project forward, and in other words, manifest what we want to happen. This is getting back to our spiritual side, is projecting the feeling and the imagination, the scene in our minds, the way we want our life to look. Like I've always said, if you're a soccer mom, what does the rock star version of that look like, in other words. But at the end of the day, every decision we've ever made has been correct. Like, there's been no wrong decision. Even the time you're like, well, should I do this, should I do that, it's all been right. The thing, we can't figure out God's plan, in other words. And I say God, whether you believe in God or the universe or scientific method, it's the plan that is over our lives is much greater than we could ever imagine. So the things we've been through is meant to prepare us for the blessings that are coming later. But what happens is, as we block more and more stuff, and we're like, no, this shouldn't have happened, that shouldn't happen that way, I'm a good person, I'm a Christian or whatever, and this kind of stuff is not supposed to happen to me. This goes back to the letting go. Accept it for what it was and envision the future. Things are only getting better from here on out. All the stuff we've been through, it was just to prepare us for what's to come. The promise of God is yes and amen. It's like, before they ask, I will give them. Before they call, I will answer. All we have to do is stay in our own conscience, focused on what we do want in life. I love y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one.